Week 8, Can Man See God? Truth is one and eternal. Realize oneness with it in your deathless self within. The following commentary is based on the teachings of Paramhansa Yogananda. There is a saying in chapter 1 of the Gospel of St. John that would seem to respond with a definite no to the question, can man see God? The saying is, no man hath seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, he hath declared him. Many great saints, however, claim to have seen God. If we ask then, can God be seen, rather than can man see God, the answer is yes. Else those saints lied, and the scriptures themselves lied. For Jesus also said, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. The point is, it is not man, this human body, these human eyes that sees God. God can be seen only with spiritual vision, with the eye of the soul. As the Bhagavad Gita puts it in the 11th chapter, thou canst not see me with mortal eyes. Therefore I now give thee sight divine. Behold my supreme power of yoga. With these words, Hari, the exalted Lord of yoga, revealed himself to Arjuna in his infinite form. Paramhansa Yogananda, in Autobiography of a Yogi, describes the supernal experience in words more readily comprehensible to modern minds than the poetic phraseology of the Bhagavad Gita. The chapter, An Experience in Cosmic Consciousness, is one of the most inspiringly beautiful in all mystical literature. Here is a brief excerpt. An oceanic joy broke upon calm, endless shores of my soul. The Spirit of God, I realized, is exhaustless bliss. His body is countless tissues of light. I saw the divine dispersion of rays pour from an eternal source, blazing into galaxies, transfigured with ineffable auras. Again and again, I saw the creative beams condense into constellations, then resolve into sheets of transparent flame. By rhythmic reversion, sextillion worlds passed into diaphanous luster. Fire became firmament. I cognized the center of the Empyrean as the point of intuitive perception in my heart. A radiating splendor issued from my nucleus to every part of the universal structure. The creative voice of God I heard resounding as Om, the vibration of the cosmic motor. This, so the great masters aver, is what God is. And this also, they insist, is what we are in our deepest reality. Thus, through Holy Scripture, God has spoken to mankind. Om, Om, Om.
Thank you, David. Let's see. Here we go. So I neglected to introduce myself. I'm Dhuti, and with me at Ananda, Rhode Island in Wickford is Kyle, and we're sharing. I'm happy to be sharing Sunday service with you today. So let's start with this reading from, Whispers from Eternity. This is reading number 108. 108 is a mystical number. As you know, I'll explain that later. Demand to see God in everything. O Father, may I behold thee. above, beneath, behind, around, wherever I turn my gaze. Train the children of my senses never to stray from thee, who dwellest at the heart of everything. Turn my eyes inward to thy changeless beauty. Attune my ears to silence, that I may hear thy subtlest music. Breathe on me the heavenly scent of thy sacred presence. Orient-wise, I will worship thee, placing the candles of my five senses on the altar of my love. Thus I will contact thee in the first pale shafts of dawn, absorb thee in the bright light of noon, expand in thee with the hidden glow of twilight, and merge in thee in the silver moonlight. Always will I keep alight on my inner altar, the mystic taper of my love for thee. Esther has such a way with words, really such a beautiful poet. So, yeah, contentment. The affirmation today is really, as it says, it's a supreme virtue, because without contentment, um, you're always wanting something else, or you're afraid of the future, or regretting the past, whatever it is. So when we have contentment, when we are able to get rid of these things, like without desires. So that's why I did desire my great enemy, and also no fear. You won't have to fear anything anymore. And by the way, in case you didn't know, that chant is a pranayam. Pranayam is beloved God. It's a cosmic world. Pranayam is the kriya. It's the breath. So that's the powerful tool that can save us from fear, and from help transmute all these other things that block our contentment. For always wanting things to be different than we are, we just need to accept things as they are. Okay, so this morning, the little kerfluffle, I love that word. Asha uses that. With my computer, and it's a whole bunch of like chaos and energy, and like, oh gosh, now what do I do? How do I, but it was like just rolling with that energy, and then being able to take a few moments to breathe and relax and integrate. That was important too. But when we're in the heat of what life comes at us, one of my favorite lines in of Swami Kriyananda's songs, let's see, it's sing when the sun shines, sing when the rain falls, sing when your road seems strange. In a tempest, seize the lightning flash and ride the winds of change. That's the secret of laughter. Sing when the sun shines. Let's see, my notes are here on my computer. We're sharing the screen, which is why I keep taking a step forward. Being at peace, and finding that inner stillness, without that, you can't find contentment. So these are all key things that, of course, we find through meditation and other spiritual practices. But the goal is to have that contentment, to be just neutral, be like whatever, whatever life throws at you. So standing strong amidst the crash of breaking worlds. That's another one of Yogananda's quotes. And I love the image, because in a sense, it feels like that's a sense, that's kind of what we're dealing with, especially this last year. But and it doesn't seem like things are going to get much easier for us, but that's okay, because we can do this. And We find our inner peace and our inner contentment. Um, when we can find that, there's a quote about inner stillness. Behind every vibration, calmly sustaining it, is the still consciousness of the infinite spirit. So when we can feel that, and we feel it in nature. I went for an extraordinary hike yesterday up on these cliffs on the ocean, and it was just, phenomenal. And it was a bit of a workout too, but I just felt in every seagull, every tree, the trees are amazing, and just the formation of the land and the logs and the rocks and the beach and everything. God is in all of these things, and so we just attune ourselves. We see that stillness, that peace, that vibration. We feel it in music too. And uh, actually, I wanted to take you on a little musical journey today. Let's see if I've said everything. Yeah, this is when we can see and feel God. And I mean, yes, man can see God. I don't really, in the sense that we can feel it. And you know, I don't think there's a question. I think all of us who are here listening to this probably have had a spark of like, yes, there's something else beyond this reality that we think is so real, and it's just a dream. And tomorrow, poof, it's like waking up from a dream. We could be gone from this life, and it would be just the same as if we woke up and rolled out of bed every morning and had this very vivid, amazing dream. And we met all these incredible people and had so much fun and so much joy and laughter. And then you wake up and it's a dream. Well, that's what it will be for us one day, at the end of our lives, for all of us. But we feel that spark of divinity. We feel that consciousness that is God. We feel it wherever you feel it, whatever manifestation, whether it's love or light, joy, peace, calmness, wisdom, all these aspects of God. Go for it, enhance it, just kind of build on that. I have to tell a little story because I just love this image, how God really is everywhere, even if you're feeling pretty low. So I was having one of those low days, I don't know, a few days ago, earlier this week, beginning the week maybe, and I went for a long walk on the beach. And I was kind of just feeling low energy, and also my spirits were questioning, like, what am I doing? What's the purpose of my life? What's the purpose of life? Why are we here? What is it for? Just kind of was like, the weight of it was all, you know and I got out on, after crossing these logs to get out onto the smooth beach. I noticed a heart drawn in the sand, and then I started looking around, and there I was in a field of hearts. And it was just like, as far as I could see, were hearts with people had drawn with sticks and different variations. And I just thought, yeah, that's all it is love. Love is the most important force in the universe. And we just have to stay in that space of love, do what we love, give love when we can, receive love, and be love, and just try to edge everything else out, negativity or criticism or insecurity or fears, nudge that all out. And when we're in that space of love and stillness and contentment, then we can surely see God. Okay, so now I'd like you to close your eyes, and we're going to kind of go into a little bit of a more meditative journey, with some songs that I just feel kind of represent this energy. I'm going to tell you before I do them, so I don't have to speak in between, and we can be in a little bit of a, we'll end this part of our service with this little meditation, kind of musical meditation. And so the first one is Desert Solitude, and it is from Swami Kriyananda's oratorio, and this is John, about John, St. John. And then we'll listen to Swami Kriyananda singing In the Spirit, and then I will sing God's Call Within, which is the first movement of Swami Kriyananda's. Okay. So when my computer died, all my documents, which I had so nicely queued up, I was very organized today. So just let me make sure I have these things queued up. Okay. So the third one is God's Call Within, which, as I said, is the first part of Swami Kriyananda's piano sonata called The Divine Romance. And then we will just meditate for a few minutes. John renouncing all, left his home, wrapped in solitude, far from men's ways, roaming across desert sands, seeking God's truth. Long years he spoke only with God, till silent of soul, wisdom did fill the ache of his heart. Then he did see God alone.
I was caught up in ecstasy. 'Twas a day sanctified by God. There he showed me the truths of heaven, truths which all seeking him should know. How the soul made to live in freedom can reclaim its eternal right. How the night, born of our delusions, can be fired, blazing with his light.
Listen, listen, whispering within your soul, hints of laughter, hints of joy, sweet songs of sadness, of quenchless yearning for the light, for my love, your true home. Long your heart has played the dancer, long you've toyed with mirror shadows of the treasures left behind you, deep in your soul. Long you've from the dark for answers, long you've begged from daggers empty hands, gifts of life they too were seeking, gifts none could share. Friend, how long will you wander? Friend, as long as you seek your home in a land where all are strangers, love knocks their door. Leave to the weakest craven life, to the coward leave his dreaming. Oh, my saint, wake up, reclaim the light, seek the truth behind all seeming. Leave to the weakest craven life, to the coward leave his dreaming. Oh, my saint, wake up, reclaim the light, seek the truth behind all seeming. Turn, turn, turn within, in silence of soul, in cave of love, find my abode. Listen, whispering within your soul, hints of laughter, hints of joy, sweet songs of sadness, of quenchless yearning for the light, for my love, you're true. Shanti Shanti. So Swami used to call his music sermons in song. So I let the songs do a lot of the sermon today. And now we'll take up our offering.